Welcome to this transformative self-coaching program designed to help you integrate the pattern and beliefs of childhood fear and worry. This is an emotional EMDR mini course whose goal is to guide you through a process of understanding, reframing, and building resilience to this pattern and beliefs. It is recommended that you use this program in full screen mode, while sitting still and upright. Follow the movements of the ball or pattern on the screen with your eyes. As the words from the audio are spoken, notice the feelings they evoke in your body and any mental images that may arise. If your mind starts to wander, gently redirect your focus back to the moving ball or pattern. Optionally, or if you are not able to use video, you can also tap on one or more EFT points. How it works. In step 1, we evoke the distressful emotional state of the belief or pattern. Note: this can be emotionally triggering. Take full responsibility for your well-being. In step 2, we offer ourselves loving, compassionate self-acceptance for this state and beliefs. We then reframe the belief, pattern or state with new positive suggestions to the mind. We then bridge the mind into the new, more positive reality. We finally express gratitude for the new positive reality, taking it as fact. Ready. Section 1. Unpacking emotional experiences. We begin with a setup of the issue. Even though I struggle with this pattern, I choose to still deeply love, honor and accept myself, and I am open to a more empowering state of being. Take a deep breath. As a child, I always felt like something bad was going to happen, like I couldn't really enjoy the good moments because they wouldn't last. I used to lie awake at night, worrying about things going wrong, even things I had no control over. It felt like no one really understood how scared I was, like I was alone with my fears. I remember trying to be perfect, thinking that if I didn't make any mistakes, maybe I wouldn't have anything to worry about. There were times I'd feel my heart racing for no reason, like danger was everywhere, even when everything seemed okay. I kept thinking I was the reason for the problems at home, like somehow it was my fault. Every time I heard raised voices, I'd feel this deep dread inside, scared of what might happen next. I used to imagine all the worst possible outcomes for every situation, no matter how unlikely they were. It was like I had this constant whisper in my ear, telling me I wasn't safe, even in my own home. I remember feeling so small and powerless, like no matter what I did, I couldn't protect myself or the ones I loved. I'd often feel my stomach knot up with worry, especially when it was time to go to new places or meet new people. There were nights I'd cry quietly, so no one would hear, because I didn't want to worry anyone else with my fears. I remember keeping all my worries to myself, thinking that talking about them would only make them more real. I used to rehearse things in my head over and over, scared of getting things wrong and what might happen if I did. It felt like my head was always full of what ifs, like I was trapped in a maze of worries with no way out. I remember feeling like I had to be on guard all the time, like relaxing even for a moment could lead to disaster. There were times I felt so overwhelmed by worry that I couldn't even name all the things I was scared of. I used to think that if I could just figure out the perfect way to do things, maybe I could finally stop feeling so scared. I remember wishing for someone to just tell me everything was going to be okay and actually believe it myself. It was like I was carrying this heavy backpack full of fears and worries, and I couldn't put it down, not even for a second. Section 2. Feel into this soothing, non-judgmental perspective of your inner coach. Maintain your attention on the EMDR screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. It's okay to feel like good moments are fleeting. This sensitivity shows your deep capacity for joy. Your worry at night speaks to your deep care for the world around you, and it's okay to have these concerns. Feeling alone with your fears is tough, but it highlights your inner strength and resilience. Striving for perfection is a sign of your dedication and effort, and it's okay to want to do well. Experiencing unexplained fear shows your awareness, and it's okay to feel this way even when things seem safe. Believing you're the cause of home problems shows your empathy and desire to make things right. Feeling dread at raised voices is a natural protective response, and it's okay to seek safety. Imagining the worst outcomes is a way your mind tries to prepare, and it's okay to have these thoughts. Hearing a whisper of danger is your mind being protective, and it's okay to want to feel secure. Feeling small and powerless is a common experience in challenging times, and it's okay to acknowledge this feeling. Your stomach knotting up in new situations shows your sensitivity to change, and it's okay to feel apprehensive. Crying quietly shows your compassion for others' feelings, and it's okay to express your emotions. Keeping worries to yourself shows your consideration for others, and it's okay to have personal boundaries. Rehearsing scenarios in your head is a sign of your conscientiousness, and it's okay to want to be prepared. Being trapped in what ifs shows your thoughtful nature, and it's okay to explore possibilities. Feeling the need to be on guard is your way of being cautious, and it's okay to want to protect yourself. Overwhelm from worry highlights your deep capacity to care, and it's okay to feel swamped sometimes. Seeking the perfect way to do things shows your strive for excellence, and it's okay to want to improve. Wishing for reassurance is a sign of your hopefulness, and it's okay to seek comfort. Carrying a heavy backpack of fears shows your strength in facing challenges, and it's okay to acknowledge this load. Section 3. Visualizing positive change. Take a deep breath. I am choosing now to embrace the beauty in fleeting moments, finding joy in the present without fear of its end. I am open to the idea that my nighttime worries are a gateway to understanding deeper concerns, guiding me towards peace. I could consider the strength in my solitude, recognizing my resilience and the support that surrounds me, even when unseen. It would be nice if I acknowledged my efforts toward perfection as a journey towards growth, not a destination. It is possible that my unexplained fears are signals, inviting me to explore safety within myself, even in calmness. I can start to see that I am not the cause of others' actions and that I have the power to create positive change within my environment. I am willing to explore the understanding that my response to conflict is a call for peace and security, leading me towards inner calm. I have the opportunity to transform my imagination from fearing the worst to envisioning the best outcomes for my life. I am capable of recognizing the whispers of caution as a sign of my protective instincts, guiding me to trust in my safety. I embrace the idea that feeling small is a step towards realizing my true strength and capacity to protect and empower myself and others. I am ready to view new situations as adventures, finding excitement in the unknown and confidence in my ability to adapt. I am beginning to see that my silent tears are a form of release, paving the way for healing and sharing my fears in a safe space. I am receptive to the power of sharing my worries, understanding that voicing them can dissipate their power and bring clarity. I am shifting towards seeing rehearsal as preparation, building confidence in my abilities and reducing fear of the unknown. I am open-minded about turning what ifs into what is, focusing on the reality of my strength and the possibilities of the present. I am allowing myself to relax, understanding that vigilance can coexist with peace, and that I can find safety in letting go. I can imagine a world where my worries become a map to my values, guiding me to what truly matters and letting go of the rest. It might be beneficial to see my search for perfection as a path to discovering that I am enough, and my best is always sufficient. I am prepared to embrace the belief that everything will be okay, finding trust in the journey and the support around me. I am choosing to focus on setting down the backpack of fears, one worry at a time, lightening my load with each step forward. Section 4. Bridging the journey from challenge to transformation. Remember to maintain your focus on the EMDR screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. Although I always felt like something bad was going to happen, I understand that this sensitivity shows my deep capacity for joy, and I am choosing now to embrace the beauty in fleeting moments, finding joy in the present without fear of its end. Even though I used to lie awake at night, worrying about things, my worry speaks to my deep care for the world, and I am open to the idea that these worries are a gateway to understanding deeper concerns, guiding me towards peace. Although it felt like I was alone with my fears, I recognized this feeling as a testament to my inner strength and resilience, and I could consider the strength in my solitude, recognizing the support that surrounds me, even when unseen. Even though I remember trying to be perfect, I see this striving as a sign of my dedication and effort, and it would be nice if I acknowledged my journey toward growth, not as a destination but as a path of continuous improvement. Although I'd feel my heart racing for no reason, I understand that these unexplained fears are signals inviting me to explore safety within myself, and it is possible that I can find calmness within, even when things seem okay. Even though I kept thinking I was the reason for problems at home, I now see my empathy and desire to make things right, and I can start to see that I am not the cause of others' actions but have the power to create positive change. Although I felt deep dread at raised voices, I recognize this as a natural protective response, and I am willing to explore understanding this as a call for peace and security, leading me towards inner calm. Even though I used to imagine all the worst possible outcomes, I now understand my imagination as a way to prepare, and I have the opportunity to transform it from fearing the worst to envisioning the best outcomes for my life. Although it was like I had a constant whisper in my ear telling me I wasn't safe, I recognize this as a sign of my protective instincts, and I am capable of trusting in my safety and finding peace. Even though I felt so small and powerless, I see this feeling as a step towards realizing my true strength, and I embrace the idea that this is a path to empowering myself and others. Even though I'd often feel my stomach knot up with worry, I understand this sensitivity to change, and I am ready to view new situations as adventures, finding excitement in the unknown. Even though there were nights I'd cry quietly, I see my silent tears as a form of release, and I am beginning to see that sharing my fears in a safe space can pave the way for healing. Although I kept all my worries to myself, I see my consideration for others, and I am receptive to the power of sharing my worries, understanding that voicing them can bring clarity. Even though I used to rehearse things in my head, I recognize this as a sign of my conscientiousness, and I am shifting towards seeing rehearsal as a way to build confidence in my abilities. Although my head was always full of what ifs, I understand my thoughtful nature, and I am open-minded about focusing on the reality of my strength and the possibilities of the present. Even though I felt like I had to be on guard all the time, I see this as a way of being cautious, and I am allowing myself to find safety in letting go, understanding that peace can coexist with vigilance. Although there were times I felt so overwhelmed by worry, I see this as a sign of my deep capacity to care, and I can imagine my worries becoming a map to guide me to what truly matters. Even though I used to think that finding the perfect way to do things would stop the fear, I now see my strive for excellence as a path to discovering that I am enough, and I might find benefit in acknowledging my sufficiency. Although I wished for someone to tell me everything was going to be okay, I recognize this as a sign of my hopefulness, and I am prepared to embrace the belief that everything will be okay, finding trust in the journey. Even though I felt like I was carrying a heavy backpack full of fears, I see this as a testament to my strength, and I am choosing to focus on setting down this backpack, one worry at a time, lightening my load with each step forward. If you were tapping, you can stop as we go into gratitude. Section 5. Preemptive gratitude for transformation. I am grateful for the strength that allows me to transform fears into courage, embracing each moment with an open heart. I am thankful for the inner wisdom that guides me towards peace, even in the midst of uncertainty. I appreciate the resilience within me that turns challenges into opportunities for growth and self-discovery. I am filled with gratitude for the journey that has taught me the value of my own vulnerability and the strength it harbors. I am thankful for the compassion I can offer myself, recognizing it as a source of healing and empowerment. I am grateful for the ability to reframe my past fears into stories of triumph, celebrating each step forward. I appreciate the newfound confidence in my voice and the power it has to create positive change. I am thankful for the moments of stillness that bring clarity and connection to my higher self. I am grateful for the community and support that surround me, reflecting the love and acceptance I offer myself. I appreciate the unfolding of my life's path, trusting in the journey and the lessons it brings. I am filled with gratitude for the capacity to find joy in the simplicity of being, embracing the present with all its gifts. I am thankful for the courage to release what no longer serves me, making space for new possibilities and happiness. I appreciate the endless opportunities for growth, seeing each experience as a stepping stone to greater self-awareness. I am grateful for the peace that comes from within, anchoring me in times of change and guiding me towards serenity. I am thankful for the endless love and wisdom of the universe, mirrored in my journey towards self-realization and empowerment. Section 6. Closing and next steps. Take a deep, rejuvenating breath. Congratulations on completing this transformative session. Take a note of how you feel in comparison to how you started. And consider journaling your notes about this session and any areas you'd like to explore. Be attentive to the potential reduction in the emotional weight of certain memories and actual circumstance shifts in your daily life. Note that it may take one, several, or many uses of this program to completely clear or reframe this pattern and beliefs. This program and affirmations serve to fortify your inner journey toward a more empowered state. Feel free to revisit them whenever you need to. For more details, see the link in the bio or description below.